Good morning, guys. This is Kayla from Cluck and Buzz Crochet. It is Saturday morning and officially 1 week till my market, and I'm actually feeling pretty good about where my inventory is at. And I think most of this week is going to be me finishing off inventory and working on like signs and marketing type things. Rather than freaking out about plushie stocking, although of course there'll be some of that. But Casey, my student, well, she's not my student now. She was like my student like 12 years ago when I was teaching in high school. She's become like my best customer and supporter at my markets. She always will show up and buy something from me at the markets, and I just love that so much. She left a comment on my last video saying that with the new yarn that I've been getting in, which so far I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new colors to show the new yarn I got and then what I'm gonna make with it. I love that idea. So that will be a little bit in this video along with last minute market prep things. So what got me super excited was last night, some of my yarn that I wasn't expecting for another week got shipped early, and it came last night, and it's a super fun color. This is the Bernat Blanket Brights in Neon Mix. It's this amazing variegated yarn. Rosie's already rolled it for me. In this pink, coral, yellow, blue pattern. This is so fun and amazing. And last night I was supposed to be diligently finishing all my sports themed plushies, and I just couldn't resist. So I put a poll up on my Instagram and YouTube, and I was saying vote for what I should make next, and a Gloopi Gecko won using this yarn. So I'm going to show you my Gloopi Gecko that I made last night. Here he is. Is this not incredible? This is probably my favorite thing I've made in a while. The pattern, of course, is awesome. I also chose the Bernat Brights. I think this is in lime or something. I use that for the belly and the stripes on the tail, and I just love how this Gloopi Gecko turned out. He is amazing. So let me show you all the Gloopi Geckos I have together. Okay, here are my Gloopi Geckos now. I've mentioned this pattern 2 videos in a row, now 3 videos in a row. One of these was in each video. But this is a free pattern by knotted.angels on Instagram, and the feet and the arms are not fun at all to make. However, the final result is so cute. This is definitely not like a really quick workup pattern, like not one that you can easily memorize. I feel like every row is different. Increases, decreases, front loop only, half double crochet. Like it's just kind of all over the place. So it does take a little bit more time, and I'm gonna price these at $22 because of that. But the outcome is just adorable. This is a bouquet of Gloopi Geckos. One of the new yarns that I got last video was this one from Bernat Blanket. This is Pebble Dot. Is it Baby? Yeah, Bernat Baby Blanket and Pebble Dot. And that is what I used to make this Gloopy. Then also, I got a few off-brand yarns. I got this purple, and then I got this green and this tan color, tan brown. These came in 3 skeins for 300 grams total, which was amazing, for $10. So very similarly priced to Bernat. But they are thicker than the Bernat yarn. So I have made one thing with this, and let me just show you really quickly. By the way, I have an address that I'm in my pajamas. Straight up footed adult onesie. I have this set of pajamas, this pair of pajamas in like 4 different patterns, and they are amazing. They're amazing. And I live in them once October hits. So don't judge me. Anyway, what was I saying? Yarn. Okay. So I am almost out of this. This is the like lemon lime yarn from Bernat Brights. It's what I used on the belly of this Gloopy. And I was using him to make Grinches. I've made 3 Grinches, 3 full-size Grinches, and then I made my little mini Grinch, which I'm planning to work on this pattern today with this, but I'm almost out, so I decided to use the new green that I got, and I will leave I don't even know what brand this is. It's just, I think when you look it up on Amazon, it's just called generic blanket yarn. So I will link it below, but I think this is in the shade Aquamarine, even though this is not. Aquamarine is like teal, wouldn't you say, if you hear that name of that color? This is more of like a neon green, like slime. That's what I would name this color if I was naming it. Anyway, so I made a Grinch with the Bernat yarn, and then I made the same little pattern with this yarn. And let me show you the size difference. So these are both made with a 6.5 millimeter hook, and it's the exact same pattern, but this is a little bit more plush than the Bernat, so it's a little bit bigger. But I really like this yarn. It does not shed. It did not break in the magic ring. It's super soft. It's super plush, and I'm really excited to work with it. So I got 3. This came in a pack of 3. So here's one of them. And then in that same yarn, I think it's the same brand, although this one had like a brand wrap on it and this one didn't. So maybe it's not, but it was like one of the color options with this. I don't know. This is from the brand Anskiao. I don't know how to say that. Maybe that's the same one that makes this, but it's in this tan color. I have not made anything with this yet, but I did just buy a mini Junior Bear from Neutral Knots, who I've been seeing a lot of her patterns lately that are just adorable. Case and Crochet's just made a bunch of the Dutch dragons that are so stinking cute, and she also just made a corduroy bear with that pattern, and I think I'm going to use this to make my own corduroy bear, but that's probably not going to be in this video. I think I'm going to save that for a few videos from now, because I have a market Saturday, so my next video after this one will be a market recap, and then I have another market December 4th, so I'll be prepping for that, and then I'm planning to restock with a bunch of book buddies in my bookstore, and I think that's when I will be whipping out this yarn. But yeah, okay, let me show you. Oh, also, I'm sorry, I am squirrel. I see squirrels all the time, and I apologize. There's no organization in my life. So when I put up the poll for what I should make first with this yarn, one of the options, well, it was what should I make first, and it was between Gloopi the Gecko with this yarn, a Grinch with this, the bigger Grinch with this yarn, or my other option was to make a jellyfish with the neon yarn. And that came in second place, and I have started on that this morning. So this is just the coolest color. So I am making that with the Premier Basics Chenille Brights in the color, what is this? Hibiscus, for the jellyfish body. So I'm almost done making that, but that will go, this is just the coolest. I'm obsessed with this yarn. Obsessed. So I'm gonna make this, and then I also want to make a psychedelic chicken. Wouldn't that be amazing? This yarn is a chicken with like a hot pink comb. She'll be like a trippy chicken. I think that would be so funny. So I think I'm going to make a maple chicken with this neon mix yarn. Yeah, okay. I got a lot done yesterday, and one of the things I did was to use this, the name of this yarn. I always want to say Burple. This is another like off-brand yarn that I got on Amazon. So let me show you a clip of me working on some Wildcats Jersey kitties with this yarn yesterday. Hi, you guys. I am looking terrifying. Okay. I don't even want to pan down to show you what things look like on my floor right now because it's such a mess. But I have a stash of my sports makes down here. This is like children's toys and my yarn combined and some homeschooling. Why can't I figure out how to point while looking at the camera? Okay. Anyway, I have all of these done and ready. I am working on Wildcats today. So I have 3 of these already, and I am making 3 more. Typically I use the Bernat Pow Purple Bernat Brights color for the jersey on these Wildcats. I'm ready. I've prepped all their heads so far. And I'm trying out a new yarn. So this is by Bulperly. Is that even the right way? Blperly. Bulpery blanket yarn. Chenille velvet yarn. It's dark purple. I can't find the name of the color, but it's a dark purple. And I think it's a pretty good dupe for the Pow Purple. It's a little bit darker. Whoa, whoa. It's a little bit darker. But I think it's pretty on point. So let's see how this works once I start crocheting. Okay, you guys, here is the new Bulperly yarn compared to the Bernat Pow Purple. I actually like this color purple more than this. It's a little bit of a cooler tone and a little bit darker. I would say the yarn's a little bit thinner than the Bernat. And it's soft, but it's like, I don't know, like it's firmer maybe is the word I'm looking for. I liked working with it. I have not made a magic ring with it yet. I will say that this was $9 and it comes in a 200 gram skein. So it is a little bit more expensive than Bernat. I'm basing it off the $10 skeins I buy at Walmart. So it is a little bit more expensive than Bernat. But I think it still is a pretty good-ish dupe. I wouldn't mind buying this again if Pow Purple isn't on sale like right now. Okay, so as you can see, I was working on those Wildcats and I ended up completing 3 Wildcat bodies. I still need to surface crochet on the ears and then do all of the embroidery. I'm going to do embroidered eyes on these 3. So with my Jayhawks, which I was also restocking. Okay, you guys, so I had prepped 3 Jayhawks with these safety eyes, and I struggle getting safety eyes in, you guys. I have not bought one of those little pincher things that like snaps the backs onto these, and it's like impossible to get them on without one of those. So after 3 of these, I ordered some different safety eyes that at least my husband could snap on with his fingers without having to use his teeth or tool, which he had tried with some of my other things. But it was like, that's such a huge hassle to try to snap those in or glue them. And then you have to worry about like, are they going to pop out with hot glue? So I decided I was going to go ahead and embroider some of the Jayhawk eyes. And the first time I did this, it looked like this. I did the all blue eyes. And the reason I did the all blue eyes is because the Jayhawk has all blue eyes. It does not have a black pupil. It has a blue pupil for the mascot. And so I thought, well, I'll just embroider blue eyes. And Rosie literally gasped when she saw them, and she laid on the floor and imitated waking up to the all blue-eyed Jayhawks, and said she would have been like, and that they were staring into her soul in comparison with these, which you could wake up to and not be terrified for your life. So I also put a poll up on Instagram, like, do people like the safety eyes or the all blue embroidered eyes? And no one voted for the all blue embroidered eyes. So I ended up cutting them out and redoing them like this. So I did keep the blue, but just as the iris color instead of the entire pupil. And I actually think I prefer how these look to the safety eyes now. So here they are. So I have now 3 Jayhawks with the embroidered eyes, the non-scary embroidered eyes, and 3 with the safety eyes. And I have 3 safety-eyed Wildcats already made. And so I think the 3 more that I made yesterday, I'm going to embroider their eyes like the Jayhawks. So I have a lot of embroidery to do on these. But once I get these done, I'm going to be done with all of my team-themed items. Also, I reorganized a little bit with my setup, and I'm excited now with how I'm going to have my market set up. With I'm going to have all farm-themed animals up in one crate. I think I'm going to set my basket of Mabel chickens on top of this little barnyard area. And then I will have 2 crates for adopting kittens, and then I have possums down here. You can't see from the frame, but I have a whole bunch of possums down here, so I'm gonna have adopt a possum, which I think is really funny. Anyway, that is my update. I got so much done yesterday. Today we have a chili cook-off to go to, like I was mentioning, and I am going to be finishing this guy, finishing my Wildcats, and I don't know if I'll have time for a whole lot more than that. Maybe working on my mini free pattern for the Grinch. So, or little thing. Maybe I'll put a pull up for the name of this guy too. I have it on my Canva doc right now as Christmas Curmudgeon, but I don't know, maybe I'll change it to like the wee green mean bean. I just made that up. Okay, the wee green mean bean. I'm gonna work on this pattern today too, hopefully. Okay, you guys, that has been a really long Saturday morning update, but we'll fill you in as we go through this week leading up to market. Just a little on each one, probably. That's good.
That one might need some more. Is that upside down?
No. Okay, put them in like face first so you don't smash them.
Oh, we forgot this.
Okay, guys. it's a little bit chaotic because everyone wants to be a part of the video. Well, I say everyone, but really it's just Rosie and James in here. If you saw in the last clip, we went to Dollar Tree today to specifically get glass fish bowls. And as you can see, we have filled them with some
beads.
like they're little like pebbles.
Rocks.
Yeah, little rocks.
I call them cinnamon toast crunch.
So I only bought one. This is the deal. I got home and immediately thought, well, I should have bought double what I did. So I bought 6 of them that they had there to fill, and I bought 1 bag of the pebbles, and I already want to go back and buy 6 more of these bowls and more pebbles because I still have leftover little tank. I think I'm going to call these like tank critters, adopt a tank critter, and have these, again, these are the Tilly the Tiny Turtle pattern and the mini axolotl pattern from Scarlet Garden Crochet. So I think I am going to go back at some point this week and buy more of these glass bowls. I think I'm going to sell these for $12 a piece with the animal in the bowl. The bowls themselves, I think, were $1.75 a piece. I think the little rocks were like $1. And then I normally sell the Tilly the Tiny Turtles and the axolotls for $8. So I think that's a fair price for that to get the whole set together. I was thinking about, I don't know if I'm gonna bring like extra plastic sacks to like wrap these in since they are glass. I just don't want them to get busted. Okay, Rosie, stop swirling that. Okay, so I've kind of continued with this theme of you vote and then I do what you vote. So I had a couple different votes this week. One of them earlier on was and I tried to take pictures of these as I went, but I don't think I got pictures of all the polls. But one of them was, should I work on my Grinch pattern, make a possum with the Santa hat, or
no, it was
make a Pokemon? So my second one was those 3. And when I first started reacting to the poll, the leader was my Grinch pattern. So I officially posted a pattern test for that yesterday, and I think I'm going to pick testers tonight and send the pattern out so I can get this out by next Monday. All right, sorry, I had to kick everyone out. They were farting and making faces and being children. So anyway. So the poll winner ended up being the possum with the Santa hat, won at the end of the polling session. So I went ahead and made second place too. And here is my possum. This Santa hat I just freehanded, and it is way too big for the opossum, but it's fine. I actually really love how that looks, and it fits perfectly on my little shelf, my little possum shelf. So here they are. Okay, hold on. Sorry if you can hear my kids in the background. They're just like on crack today. Okay, my other big thing I've been working on is embroidered eyes, and I've kind of amped up the size of my embroidered eyes after I did the big embroidered eyes on my Jayhawks. I went ahead and did the same to 3 of my Wildcats. So here is the original Wildcat with the safety eyes and the detail. And here is the embroidered eye Wildcat. And I gotta say, I prefer the embroidered eyes on this too. I just love how those look. It makes them look like big and innocent, like they're big and innocent eyes. Kind of like the cat on Shrek, Puss in Boots, when he does the big innocent eyes. That's kind of what these remind me of. So I have also adapted the same 3-stitch high embroidered eye with some of my Teeny Mon from Hooked Crochet Cuties. Now I went over all 8 of hers that I made a couple videos ago in my 17 character patterns. But I have since come back around, and I'm kind of using this week, since I'm done, like with the things that I wanted to for sure get done, I am now like bulking up on my teeny mon. I almost said the P word. Anyway, but I'm remaking them with the big eyes. So this was the original fire salamander that I made for the pattern test. And here is the new one I just finished yesterday with the giant embroidered eyes. You guys, I love how that looks. I also used a better lighter orange color, even though this is the crappiest yarn ever. I got a bad batch of the Premier Basics orange. I forget what shade this is. It's more of Charmander's True Shade, but it was just so rough to work with. So this took me a while longer to do. Also, something happened with the tail. Do you see how long the tail is supposed to be? I somehow missed like 5 rows. I don't know what. I'm not sure what happened, but it's fine. It just has this cute little mini tail. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I have no idea what I did, but it's fine. He just has a little short mini tail with the flames on it. But I absolutely love how this turned out. I think these are going to be $15, these bigger ones, and then I'll have smaller ones for $12. So I remade the fire salamander, and then I also remade the sleepy giant. So this was my original, and then I just remade it with the teal and kind of cream. It looks white on camera, but it's actually a cream color. This is Twilight and Almond from Bernat. This is like light teal and the cream shade from Mainstays. Also I adjusted the ears, which they're driving me nuts because this ear needs to be 1 row forward, and it's kind of driving. See how I have gap between here and not a big gap here. Anyway, it's fine. Rosie preferred this one to this one, but I prefer the brighter one to this one. So it's just funny how everyone has their own preferences. I did do surface crocheting for the ears on this instead of the picot stitch, which is in the pattern. Just because, I don't know, I thought it looked more true to the sleeping giant. I almost said the name again. But so I have 2 of those now. And then I also redid, or made a copy of, I guess I should say, because I'm going to put both on my stand, my singing ball. Here's the new one. I just love these giant eyes. Oh my goodness. So I have another idea. By the way, I put up another poll today to vote on which Teeny Mon I should make next. I think the turtle squirrel Teeny Mon is winning. If you know, you know. But so that'll be another poll I do on this video that I think I'll work on tonight. The other thing is I had this idea, you know how like the hatching animals are so popular right now? There's like dino egg hatching, the little Lewisonburg chicken the egg pattern that's super popular. So, and maybe this has probably already been done. This is probably not an original idea, but I thought it would be fun to make a Pokeball, like opening up and have the ones that are kind of this rounder shape to be able to fit inside them. The taller ones wouldn't work because I'm not going to make an oval looking Pokeball, but for the round ones, like this one and the little, let me show you. Okay, so like this one and I don't know, probably not this one, maybe. It might just be these 2 that could actually fit in the Pokeballs, but maybe this one. I don't know, maybe not. But I just had an idea of maybe making a couple of them with the open Pokeball that they could come in and out of. I don't know. Anyway, so I do want to still make another one of these with the embroidered eyes and another one of these with the embroidered eyes before my market. So I will have like 2 of each. I also need to print off some adoption certificates for my kitties and for the possums down there. And then I think I will do and adopt a tank pet, a tank critter or something like that, since I have axolotls and turtles in here. So I do still need to make some signage, and I should not put that off like I want to in my brain. But I also got some more yarn, so hold on, let me show you that. Okay, so I also got this skein from Bernat Baby Blanket. Oh, it feels really soft. This is in Driftwood Dreams, and I kind of want to use this to make some more Mabel chickens, along with, and I already have a skein of this that's not opened. I got a 2-pack of orange leaf because I never can find this. So I got a 2-pack of this when it came in stock, of course, after the pumpkin season is over. But I'm thinking about making some Rhode Island red chickens with this color too. So maybe some more Mabel chickens with these. Mabel chickens, if you haven't watched my videos before, are usually my top seller, like almost every time at markets. So I might make a few more of those, even though I already have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 made. I might make a few more. And then I thought of what I could do with this. So I did buy a pattern pack for Wilder Fox, Finn, Bear, and Flora Fawn, maybe is her name, from the Fable Collection from Oak and Marlowe. And I thought of maybe trying the Flora Fawn with a red nose with this generic brand that I got off Amazon to try with this color. I have 3 skeins of this. Anyway, so those are some ideas of what I have. I might do a vote tonight since I've been doing these voting. It's so fun to do, to hear your guys' thing. I might say vote which yarn to use tonight and to determine which of these things I want to work on next. So okay, I think that's the check-in. I will talk to you guys, I don't know, tomorrow probably. Hi you guys. I'm leery of pulling you any closer because I have just had dirty hair and like no makeup and a mess all this video. It's okay, this is going to be a speed ending to this video because I have got to make dinner, but I want to get this edited and get going on posting this today. So, okay, I wanted to show you, there's so many things I wanted to get done in this video that I didn't quite get done, but I did do a couple of things, and that was to use that khaki color. Hold on. All right. I wanted to use this off-brand khaki color to see how it worked, and it did. It was the same as the green that I bought as far as being plusher and thicker than the Bernat yarn, but works up beautifully. I ended up choosing to make the Flora Fawn with a Rudolph modification that I just kind of made up here. Here is, I love this so much. Here is Flora Fawn. I need to like pin down his little scarf here, but here is my Flora Fawn mod. I did add a little tail. I added antlers. I used the same antler pattern as my own reindeer dumpling pattern, which is coming out on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. So I used my own pattern for the antlers that I just pinned down. I did surface crochet the ears instead of sewing, making them and sewing them on separately. And I just love how this turned out so much. So I ended up making Rudolph this little scarf to match the hat that I also got done for my Finn Bear. So these are going to be my only 2 Fable collection. Look how much bigger. Well, can you tell? So this is made with Premier Basics in caramel, and it has a very similar thickness, I would say, to Bernat, and look how much thicker the leg is on. Can you tell? I don't know. This guy seems a lot bigger to me than this guy, but they're both the Fable collection made with a 6.5mm hook. I did go ahead and make Finn Bear's hat. His little strings want to like fold up weird, but I love the hat on him. I think it totally changes how much I like this make. So I got that done, and so I had to make my deer version a matching scarf so that they can sit together. I'm planning on having them sit together in this little crate. So they'll kind of be side by side in here. I think that will be so adorable. So I got that done with the new yarn. I also used that yarn to make the body of a Squirtle. So he did end up winning that vote and turned out super cute. He is fatter than the other Squirtle I've made just because I used that plusher yarn, and I did embroider the big eyes on him, and I feel like I love the embroidered eyes so much. So I worked on a Bulbasaur today, and I don't have his little seed top, the seed pod on there yet, but I love the big eyes on him as well. So I have now 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Hooked Crochet Cuties Pokemon with the big embroidered eyes, and I love how those look. So I'll be super excited to see how these do. This will be my first market selling the Pokemon, so we'll see, or the Teenymon. So we will see how they go. I did not get around to making the little Pokeballs yet for these. I don't know if I will before the market, but that is definitely something I'm interested in doing in the future when I have time. I also forgot to show you this earlier this week. Okay. I also forgot to show you guys my finished Neon Mix jellyfish, and I did go ahead and make the psychedelic chicken. So I have this guy and this guy with the big eyes. I love how these turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this last minute market prepping video for this week. My market is in 3 days now. So I'm gonna have to save the next video for some more of my sign making. Hopefully I can get that done. I did earlier plug in a little bit of my Canva doc that I'm working on to print and laminate for signs by the Possums, Cats, Pokemon, and the Tank Buddies. So I have those in process. I still want to make adoption certificates. I did not get to make any more of my Mabel chickens with the new yarn, but I might take that with me to Bible study tonight to work on while I'm there. But next time I see you guys, it will be a market vlog and recap video. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm hoping to do more you vote, I crochet type content. I really had fun doing that, and I hope you liked this week's video. Please come back and see me next time for a market vlog. We'll see you guys later. Bye. I just came out to get eggs from the coop, and I just heard a thrashing around behind me and turned to find this guy. I wasn't even filming you. Go away. Once again, Hey is showing his true colors. Look how beautiful he looks in the sun, though. Like a mermaid. Are you like a really mean mermaid? Like those mermaids on Peter Pan, the original Disney one? Okay, I need to get through here, so please, if you would just move. So kindly, if you could just move. I need to walk through here. Don't. Go. Go, you stink. Go away. Go away. I need to walk over here.